do you disagree with ISIL?
ISIS or Islam?
I mean, the whole business. Looks to me like you're like right on the same page with those guys.
Oh, no, I don't believe in killing, for your
So
belief.
you wouldn't kill people, you just
No.
send them to hell.
I don't send anybody anywhere.
Oh, okay.
God's the judge, right? But God tells us what's right and wrong and what leads to hell, right?
Oh, so you have a nice God, because your God doesn't tell you to kill people like ISIL's God does.
Well, my God, he doesn't tell me to kill people. That's right. Yeah, he says, love your neighbor as yourself.
He says, let me kill him.
Yeah, well, God,
Let me torture him.
really, ultimately, they send themselves to hell. They choose sin, right? Like if I choose to put my hand in a fire, I'm going to get burned, right? It's not really God doing it to me. It's me doing it to myself, right?
So then you don't understand biology.
Well, why wouldn't I understand biology?
Well, because homosexuality
Yeah.
is not a choice any more than heterosexuality.
Well, let me ask you this.
And we have perfect evidence of that.
Well,
going back
let me ask you this.
millennia.
Let me ask you this. Let's say you're a fornicator that just wants to have sex with women and you're a guy. And you have a choice, right, to either have sex with a woman or not, right? You might have those desires now, but you don't have to act on those desires. That's the thing. You don't have to act on your homosexual, if you have homosexual desires, act on that. You can choose to follow God, right?
So if you're naturally homosexual, because I knew when I was 7 years old that I was a heterosexual.
Yeah.
I looked at women and I really thought they were terrific.
Sure.
So I figured that it's probably the case that there were people who were homosexuals who had the same orientation,
desires, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And I really liked sex with women.
Well, most men do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, are you willing to put God before your desires, though? That's the thing. We all have to make that choice.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay in a marriage, but if you're not married, then it's fornication. Right? That's not.
Oh, really? So your people will go to hell for fornication?
Yes. 1 Corinthians 6:9-11 tells us.
So it's getting crowded already.
Yeah, yeah.
And that doesn't include
sad.
all the other stuff.
Oh, I know it.
Greed
I know it. Yeah.
Smoke and gamble too.
Yeah, it's all sin.
Yeah, that's really.
Yeah. That's why they call Vegas Sin City, right? Las Vegas is called Sin City for a reason.
No, Las Vegas is called Sin City because it's an advertising.
But it's a lot of sin.
People love going there.
Yeah.
Because they tell them it's a great place.
Yeah. They tell them, but they're addicted to stuff and right? All kinds of problems there.
I mean, I guess they're just like regular people.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of regular people living in sin. You got to have a choice. So you have a choice. You can follow God or not. It's up to everybody. But I encourage you to give your life to the Lord. That's what we all have to do. If you want to go to heaven, right? You must be born again.
No, actually, I figured that's a made-up place.
Really? Really? So you don't think there's any sin? You don't believe there's sin, real sin?
Well, in a metaphorical sense,
Yeah.
sure. There is sin.
Uh-huh.
You know what it is?
What is it?
It's doing things that hurt other people and that hurt yourself, that don't work very well for society. That's what I would call sin.
Okay. Well, make sure though that
you don't need somebody making up a mythical being to tell you so.
Well, if you think God is mythical, then how did you get here? Is it an accident? You think you're created by accident?
By accident? Well,
yeah,
pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So can that building be created by accident? This big, nice, fancy building right here?
No.
Okay. How about
not really more than I could.
That's right.
I mean, it's a series of events.
Well, but there's a creator behind it.
Building got in the same way.
Right? There's a creator behind that building, right? Designer, and they
yes,
had
yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So your body is more complicated than that building.
Actually, there's not a creator. There are.
Well, yeah, there's different people working on it.
A billion creators of that building.
Well, how many there is?
There were a billion, much more than a billion events that finally led to me.
Yeah. So think about that. Is this an accident that you're here, standing here with a living, breathing body right? Can that really happen by accident?
Could that happen by accident?
Yeah. Think of the mathematical possibility.
I don't know what you call by an accident. Well, it's a very small possibility.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. So that shows you there is a creator. Right?
No, you're fooled really easily.
Oh no, it takes more faith to believe what you believe. That this all came by accident.
No, I have.
It's like saying that a tornado could hit a pile of rubbish and create that building.
Well, you don't believe in physical anthropology. You think that's all a myth.
Well, I don't think we came from monkeys because we still have monkeys here.
Yeah.
If we came from monkeys, right? A tadpole turns into a frog, right? Now, if everyone was a tadpole at one time, then they became frogs, there'd be no more tadpoles.
If was a dinosaur, do you believe that there were dinosaurs that walked the earth at one time?
Well, the Bible talking about
those around recently.
Well, they could have been extinguished by whatever case.
And
but that doesn't mean evolution happened.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
No, because everything could be created and then things could have gotten killed eventually, right? It doesn't mean that evolved or anything.
Well, they do get killed. That's exactly how
that can happen.
That's part of the process of evolution. Is that things get killed, they die because of various kinds of events, weather events.
Yeah. So how can you prove any kind of evolution? Do you have any YouTube videos or anything that you could show me that shows me
No. But it's regular science.
But it's lies. You're believing lies. Nothing's evolved. It's like saying you're going to turn into a lion or something in a zillion years or something.
No, I'm not going to turn into a lion, but the process of evolution that brought me here also gave you lions.
Now, if you evolved, that means that this could have evolved.
And we're sort of related to lions because they're mammals and we're mammals.
But do you think this building could have evolved over thousands of years into that building?
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
So it wasn't a crater; it was an evolved.
No,
it evolved.
It took millions of years of building various kinds of things, from a wattle hut, to a building.
But this didn't come by evolution. This was not evolved.
It was. That's exactly how it is. If you study architecture, that's exactly.
You got to prove your statement. You're saying it did. But
the evolution of architecture? Well, I mean, we know.
No, not the evolution of architecture. That this building evolved.
In the Middle Ages, you never saw a building like this.
Yeah. Well,
why do you think?
It's not about evolution from products, from primordial ooze into this building type thing. That's what I'm talking about when I say evolution.
Oh, I love that idea. Primordial ooze. Yeah. That's my relative.
That's kind of how they come, to their conclusion. Sure. That's how it happened, but there's no evidence for it. You're believing a lie.
There's giant amounts of evidence.
Satan is a liar.
Have you ever had a course in physical anthropology?
I was a math instructor. I've had a lot of courses in all kinds of things.
In physical anthropology?
I took a class where this guy taught that we came from monkeys and all that. But, it's lies. Total lies. Don't believe it. God's real. Creator's real.
And how do you know that?
Well, I wasn't raised a Christian.
It seems to me like the evidence for evolution is hands down.
No, there's no.
Better.
It's like saying this building evolved.
You have for God.
What proof do you have that this building evolved?
What proof do you have that there's a God?
Or that you evolved?
What proof
do you have a
do you
video?
Have that there's a God?
Well, scientifically, it's much more mathematically probable that there's a creator versus an accidental creation of a cell, of a human body, how complex all these things are. It proves intelligent design. So your argument for evolution is destroyed by the intelligent design of a cell, of a human body. How your lungs work and everything, incredibly, amazingly made.
Almost exactly the same way as chimps.
Regardless, that's also created. That couldn't happen by accident. Not from primordial ooze.
Each one of these things was created individually.
Yes, by God. Yeah, God's the creator. Look at the complexity of it. Let me ask you this. Look at the complexity of a DNA strand, right? And all the amino acids. Yeah. For that to happen by accident, I'm a math teacher. I know the impossibility of that happening by accident.
No, it's not impossible.
Oh, yeah.
It's just...
one in a bazillion, trillion chance. So how can you have faith in that?
Is there a chance? Does it happen then at once?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't. So it never happened once, even.
It can't.
Okay, well,
it can't happen.
So you don't understand probability either.
I know the probability of that happening.
If you
is
say
zero.
if it's 1 in a billion gazillion chance,
yeah,
then it can happen
but
once.
It didn't. I know it didn't. I know.
So what will happen? What will happen when somebody figures out how to actually create a cell from that ooze that you're talking about?
Well,
will you believe that?
You can't create something from nothing. That's what you'd have to do.
The ooze.
No.
The ooze.
You can't create something from
the
nothing.
Ooze with the right chemistry, the right chemicals.
You believe in something from nothing.
An electrical shock.
Yeah.
Could very well do that.
Okay. Once you create something from nothing, I'll take your word for it.
Okay. Good. And I'm guessing that what you will say then.
It's not going to happen, so I'm not going to worry about it.
That's exactly what you'll say.
I'll pray for you, though. What's your name?
Say,
What's your name? I'm going to pray for you. To be set free from the delusion.
Well, I'm Jerry. But
Jerry?
I sure don't figure that anybody's going to need to pray for me because, you know,